The Drakari Threat. With the news of the Drakari Threat, the crew of the Odyssey and the Aetherians sprang into action. Captain Rodriguez and Kalen had emergency meetings to devise a strategy for defending Aetheria. The Aetherians, thought peaceful by nature, had ancient defensive technologies that had not been used in centuries. The crew worked alongside them to reactivate and modernize the system. Alex Carter led the engineering teams, integrating human and Aetherian technology to create a robust defense network. They set up energy shields around the base in key locations, installed advanced weaponry, and developed contingency plans for various scenarios. The collaboration between the two groups was seamless, driven by shared determination to protect their home. Understanding that they might need to engage in combat, the crew of the Aetherians began rigorous training sessions. Lieutenant Sarah Thompson, in her military background, took charge of the training program. She taught the crew and the Aetherians combat techniques and strategy planning and how to use newly integrated weapon systems. The training sessions were intense, pushing everyone to their limits. The Aetherians, thought initially hesitant, proved to be quick learners. Their telepathic abilities gave them an edge in communication and coordination, in the end making them formidable allies. The crew, motivated by the looming threat, trained with a sense of urgency and purpose. As the preparation continued, the Drakari made their first move. A small reconnaissance ship appeared on the outskirts of Aetherian's atmosphere, probing the planet's defenses. Captain Rodriguez ordered a team to intercept the ship and gather intelligence on the enemy. Lieutenant Thompson led the mission, taking a small squadron of fighters to engage the Drakari ship. The encounter was brief but intense. The Drakari ship was heavily armed and maneuvered with precision. However, the combined skills of humans and Aetherian pilots proved superior. They managed to disable the Drakari ship and captured its crew. The captured Drakari were brought to the base for interrogation. They were a fearless race, Italian features, and a cold, calculating demeanor. With a combination of telepathy and advanced interrogation techniques, the crew of the Aetherians learned that the Drakari were part of a larger fleet poised to invade Aetheria and strip it of its resources. During the interrogation, the Drakari revealed the extent of a hidden weapon on Aetheria, a relic from the ancient war that had nearly destroyed the Aetherian civilization. The weapon, known as the Celestial Lance, was capable of immense destruction and had been hidden away to prevent it from ever being used again. Captain Rodriguez and Kalen decided to locate the Celestial Lance and secure it before the Drakari could find it. Dr. Marcus Lee, with his knowledge of the ancient carvings, led the expedition to the weapon's hidden location. The journey was perilous, taking them through treacherous terrain and ancient ruins filled with traps. After days of searching, they finally found the Celestial Lance buried deep within a mountain. The weapon was a marvel of ancient technology, a massive crystalline structure that pulsed with energy. Dr. Lee and Alex Carter worked together to understand its mechanisms and ensure it could be safely controlled. As the crew secured the Celestial Lance, the Drakari fleet arrived in full force. The skies above Aetheria was darkened with their ships, and the ground shook with the rumble of the engines. The crew and the Aetherians braced themselves for the impending battle. Captain Rodriguez took command of the defense, coordinating the efforts of both the human and Aetherian forces. The energy shields held strong against the initial assault, but the Drakari was relentless. The battle raged on, with both sides suffering heavy losses. Lieutenant Thompson led the aerial defense for squadron, engaging the Drakari fighters in a dogfight high above the planet. On the ground, Alex Carter and his team worked to keep defense systems operational, repairing damage and ensuring the energy shields remained intact. As the battle reached its peak, Captain Rodriguez made a bold decision. She ordered the activation of the Celestial Lance, hoping to use his power to turn the tide. Dr. Lee and Alex Carter worked frantically to bring the weapon online, their hands moving with precision and urgency. The Celestial Lance activated with a blinding flash of light, sending a beam vanishing into the heart of a Drakari fleet. The weapon's power was immense, tearing through the enemy ships and scattering them across the sky. The Drakari, caught off guard by the sudden attack, began to retreat. The crew and the Aetherians cheered as the Drakari fleet withdrew, their spirits lifted by the unexpected victory. However, they knew the battle was far from over. The Drakari would regroup and return and be ready for the next assault.